Hey, just got back from seeing the Super Mario Galaxy movie, and man, that was some ride. Okay, first things first, the look of the movie is awe-inspiring. Pretty much the same thing as always, though a lot of assaulting of the senses is gonna be present. Like, it's way too colorful, pretty sugary in a way that they're all going out in the sequel, with a lot of explanations, expositions, character dynamics, and Easter eggs galore. And man, I cannot keep my eyes off the screen. Everything is notched down to the acute details and Easter eggs. Mario looks good, Luigi looks good, Peach looks good, Yoshi, Rosalina, etc. are amazing. Bowser and Bowser Jr. and Star Fox pretty much stole the show, though didn't really have much to do, just to be honest. But I'm glad to see some use of Fox at all, considering that he's pretty much a blank slate with not much personality from his main series as overly one note, but overcompensated with this one with a thrill-seeking devil-may-care attitude. Okay, what are for looks and additions and overabundance of a very expansive lore of the Mario story is very, very light on plot. And I mean, it just started and it didn't really have any clear goal that much. I mean, like, you just feel like, yeah, granted there is some plot just kicked off with Peach and Rosalina, and it was kinda looked a little too melded from the next act that started as the next act begins. Like, you don't know where it begins or ends. I mean, it felt a little bit too melded together, like the Easter eggs were pretty distracting just to make up for a lack of story or exposition, and certain scenes you could just cut from the movie and it wouldn't really make any difference whatsoever. And let's not forget the lack of character development, at least for the main characters, and how they were kind of far away from the other characters akin to the secondary characters, and everything kind of resolved a little too soon or on the nose with the game's lore and universe. But then I had a fine time watching it. Yeah, you can say that in a way it may have been a nothing burger, but regardless, considering that's the brand 40th anniversary, I enjoy much of anything and everywhere in Mario's aesthetic and world, especially when we're nearing the 20th anniversary of the game's release of Galaxy, in which it's one of my favorites. At least it was an attempt. I mean, granted, we did deserve a much better story and better handling of certain characters and less predictable elements as well, as certain elements didn't really need to be there. I mean, I love Star Fox in the movie, but you could just take him out and he wouldn't really affect the story. Like, why is non-Super Mario character present considering that it's by Miyamoto? Are you gonna see something involving Zelda's universe, especially since that movie is being made? Anyway, for all its noticeable and very abundant faults, it's kinda mid. But I'm not gonna sit around and pretend it's the worst thing in history, especially when certain loudmouth nobodies are stating that it's worse than AI. And I'm like, bro, are you for real? Especially in an industry when generative AI is getting more close to use by doing away with very, very less. Especially by companies who value saving money rather than making art. Period. Two things can be true, but this is just lazy placating for the sake of it, especially when Illumination makes it very, very clear and a hard stance of never using AI, and deserve credit for that, aside from some present imperfections they tend to use story-wise. All in all, the Super Mario Galaxy movie, it's really out of this world. A fun celebration of the brand, no more or less. It just needed a new draft and very little present plot holes and things that happen just off the bat. I mean, that's kind of a whole video on its own, but I'm not really a ranting kind of guy or review kind of guy, so maybe not. But try to have more tempered expectations if you're expecting something broad and immaculate as a story on its own. And those who are skeptical, it's a neat distraction from the dreaded times we live now. So, anyway...